In today's video, I'm going to talk about how you can run faster by building up your aerobic engine. Let's start. As I can? Not necessarily. I'd rather be doing my math runs any day of the week. But sometimes you gotta do the hard work. And that's what that 20% is. That 20% is when you want to give up. The 20% is when you hate life. The 20% is when people tell you you can't achieve your dreams. I'm gonna tell you, get out and run. Nobody can stop you from achieving your dreams if it's something that you want. All the naysayers in the world have never been there to support you. They've been there to drag you down, to stomp on you, to laugh at you, to say, see, I told you it would never work out. I've had that in my life. And to them, I say, screw you. I'm going after my dreams. And I'm going to put in the hard work, even if I want to puke. And today was a puke kind of day. Man, 800 meter repeats, 5 of them in the books. Don't know what my results are. Let's go back home and take a look. Get out and get your running, guys. And we're back in my backyard, everybody. Oh my goodness, that was one heck of a run on the track, I just have to say. Oh my goodness, I just watched the video that I filmed when I was there, and I was clearly in the zone, just saying. So while I was out there, I was really thinking about, how can I get faster? How can I hack my way to getting faster? And there is no way to hack your way to get faster, as far as I'm concerned, and just in my opinion. If anybody knows, comment below. I'd love to know. The video topic for today was how to run faster. And I thought I would kind of go back a number of years ago and take a look at how my training was in 2016 and 2015. Because I was really feeling it when I was out on the track today. So let's start with some of my past experience. Look, right off the hop, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physiologist, I am just a real estate agent who loves running, who's just trying to get better each and every day. So if I look at my training and how things went in 2015 and 16, I spent all of my time running all of my runs way too fast, way too soon, hence injuries, burnout. Yeah, I may have run a fast first marathon, but really, you just burn out, and I didn't want to kind of run anymore. So I'm learning. Each and every day, I am learning to become a better runner all the time. Hence, I've been doing this aerobic buildup, okay? So I've been working on building my aerobic engine, base building for months and months and months and months. And now I find myself on the track. And this is okay because it's, part of training. You build up your base to a point where now I've got a lot of new capillary beds in my lungs because I've been doing a lot of 2-hour runs. And because of that, I can expel so much more, or I can take in more oxygen. And by able to take in more oxygen, it can go through and basically oxygenate my blood and in turn send the blood down to my muscles faster. Now, again, look, here's the thing. I didn't take physiology in school or in university or anything like that. So from what I've read and my experiences, this is kind of what I'm basing it on. Now, if anyone has something to say about what I'm saying, I would love, just comment below because we all learn from each other, okay? So if anyone is out here who knows more than I do, please comment below because we all want to learn from each other. Here's the thing. Build your aerobic engine. As you build your aerobic engine, you'll be able to go longer and further, longer at a pace that you can sustain, right? That you're not going to be building up any lactic acid, which in turn isn't going to lower your pH. You're able to get rid of it. However, when I look back at my training all those years ago, I was training too fast all the time. And so my pH level would drop quite a bit. And it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And, in doing so over and over and over again, it's, it taxes the body and it causes issues with recovery. Sometimes I found when I was sleeping, I was looking back in my journals, and when I was sleeping, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I had restless leg syndrome. Well, I don't know if it was restless leg syndrome, but it was something. And my sleep was interrupted and it wasn't the greatest. So this time round, I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm going out on the track. I've built up all of my aerobic base. Now I'm putting my effort into lower mileage, but higher intensity. And in doing so, I'm going to be producing a lot more lactic acid, which means my body's got to work harder to get rid of it. And so, but when you're in that, I never like using the word oxygen debt, but when you are straining for oxygen, your body is suffering because it can't get rid of the lactate fast enough. That being said, you slow down even before you can reach your maximum heart rate. And here's another thing to talk about maximum heart rate. If you have not had a VO2 max test done, you don't know what your maximum is. You may think you know, right? We've got, the 220 minus your age, and that is your maximum heart rate. However, I was on the track today and I was way above what my maximum heart rate would be. I was at 183, 184. So I know I was up there. So again, trying to come up with your zones as to Z1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes it's hard, right? So we can only do what we can do when we don't have these tests to help us. So take that with a grain of salt. Also, with your heart rate training, you may be using a wrist-based watch. You may be using a chest strap. If you're using a chest strap, it's probably going to be more accurate. However, I've done a test with my Wahoo heart rate monitor and my Coros watch, and they were the same. It was the same. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to use my watch because it's just more comfortable. You want to run faster, build your aerobic base. After building your aerobic base, you can start doing interval training, right? Start doing your tempo runs, right? You can work your way up into those. When you're out there running your intervals and you're running 100s, 400s, 200s, 800s, whatever, make sure that you have the recovery in between, right? So I took a minute 30 seconds in between mine, and I don't know if that was enough. You can see, my first 3 were really, really good. My last 2 sucked, in my opinion, right? And now I was faster than the other day, but man, I felt worn out. Like the lactate, I couldn't get rid of it fast enough. And so anyways, it's just a learning experience going through it. So make sure that you give yourself adequate time for full recovery in between. And I always hear people say full recovery, but nobody really ever tells you what heart rate, you should go down to. So I noticed with mine, the first 3, my heart rate would get down to about 1/3. My heart rate would get down to about 134, 132. But then the last 2, it would only get down to about, I think, 140 or something. I don't know. We'd have to look on Strava. It's kind of hard to tell at the time. However, give yourself that time in between. It's really, really important that you actually are able to go out and run and be consistent. So I'm still trying to find that consistency in my running, especially on the track, right? With my intervals. It's hard. So run your hard days hard, run your easy days easy. And again, 80% easy running, 20% hard. And when you're running higher intensity, lower your volume. Really important. You don't want to get injured. You don't want to burn out. And it's just something that you really need to pay attention to. So to get faster, in my opinion, in my non-elite opinion, I would say this. Build your base, transition to an 80-20, lower your mileage, and when you run those 20 hard, you run it hard. Keep all those doubts behind you, right? You can do this, right? You can get out there and put in the mileage and make it happen if you want, all right? And then you need to have those days to recover, right? Don't be afraid to take some recovery days throughout the week when you're training higher intensities. These are just things I'm experiencing as I go. So that's my take if you want to run faster. So let's look at how I did today on the track. Now, as I go through this, I'm looking at the numbers and I'm pretty impressed with where I'm at. So right now, I'm able to run 3:17, a 3:11, a 3:14, a 3:17, and a 3:22. That's cool. I'm happy with that. And I am probably in line with where I was 4 years ago. And that's pretty cool because I'm like 4 years older and I'm still able to run like that. And I haven't been on a track until last week. So I'm going to keep going with what I'm doing. And when I do my MAF test next month, it'll be interesting to see where my MAF pace is. And I'm actually quite excited. So anyways, that's everything I got for today, guys. Hope you're doing well today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And I wish you all the best in your training. And next week, we'll be back with another episode. All right, guys, have a good one and get out and run.
Trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight.